This is Jeffrey G. Griffin.
And I'm Richard Slaughter.
And you watching the Why You Mad podcast, where we turn anger into ambition one person at a time.
Why you mad? 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 Why you mad?
All right, man. Good to see you again, brother.
Likewise.
All right.
Always
We
a
back.
pleasure.
We back. This
Always a
episode
pleasure.
2, and we got a lot to talk about this episode, man. I can't wait to get into it. Lots happened over this past week.
True.
And we're gonna talk about it. But before we begin today, I really want to dedicate this episode to somebody who is very special to all of us. And his name is Charles Griffin. Charles
Lee.
has been our cameraman for years, man. He actually really changed the scene of camera and how things were done as far as camera shooting in Baton Rouge for years. He did a phenomenal job. He had a huge impact on the community, known and loved by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And even though he never personally worked with this organization, he worked with some of our past nonprofits, which is built to the pinnacle where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And we want to honor him, honor his name. I know you're right now with us, Charles, man. We love you, and let your spirit live on, my brother.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, old Charlie boy. So, but yeah, man. So we're gonna start this thing off. First of all, I want to ask you, man, how you been? How's your week?
Man, hectic.
Okay.
Hectic.
Speak on it, brother.
Man, I got all these daughters, and my 16-year-old, she is evidence that karma is real. And just working past that, bro. Just working on my patience and just trying to keep everybody smiling and whatnot, man. But it's family and business with me, real estate and family, bro. That's all I'm
There
doing.
you go. There you go. There you go.
How about with you?
It's good, man. Everything's good. School started, back
Yes,
really
yes.
officially started.
Yes.
So now we're in the nitty gritty, checking homework, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then just working, man, long teacher hours, because, I am a teacher as well. So grading papers and all that stuff.
Okay.
That'll make you mad right there, just being up all night grading papers. But it's worth it, it's worth it. So yeah, that's basically where it's been at, which leads me to my next thing, talking about heat, right? So heat in the street, right?
It's
So,
definitely hot.
it's definitely hot out here right now. As you see, I'm sweating. I got my little towel down here. But starting back to school every year is hot, right?
Right.
So we're going to talk about heat in the streets.
Okay, I like that.
But the heat of anger, right?
Right.
So this week, our heat in the street segment for this week, we want to talk about roadway rage incident that happened in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
And in this incident, basically 2 people were taken off the face of the earth. And it's mind blowing when you hear about it. But one person, this woman was shot and killed on the scene, and the young man, he's going to be in jail for life. And so just thinking about that kind of hurts. So what I want to do is I want to actually read the article for everyone, so everybody can kind of get a real sense and have real context about what's happening. So it says, and this is from CBS News, it says, suspect arrested in fatal I-20 road rage shooting that killed woman in Fort Worth, police say. So authorities have arrested 37-year-old, he's a young man too, have arrested 37-year-old man in connection with the fatal road rage shooting of a woman early Thursday on Interstate 20 in Fort Worth. Patrick Lawrence has been charged with the murder and the death of Latavia Davis, according to the Fort Worth Police Department. The shooting happened just before 6:40 a.m. Wow, in the morning. Wow. Man, on the way to work. That's crazy. 6:40 a.m. at I-20 and Trail Lake Drive near Granbury Road. Earlier Thursday, Fort Worth police officer Cynthia Woods said witnesses reported seeing the victim and suspect involved in a road rage situation while traveling in the eastbound lanes. Witnesses told police the suspect began shooting and struck the victim, causing her vehicle to crash. First responders attempted life-saving measures. However, Davis was pronounced dead on the scene.
Oh my goodness.
What's your thoughts, man?
Man, few thoughts. This is a 37-year-old person, so they're young, but not like that
That young. Correct.
And I'm just wondering, because I mean, I've been cut off in traffic before, and I've definitely used a few explicatives to describe the driver that did such. But I've never once wanted to like get out and like take a life.
Right.
And then it's like you killed a woman too. Like, I mean, I'm not saying killing a guy would have been any better, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
To make matters even worse.
yeah. So I'm just kind of conflicted on the whole situation because this isn't a young man once again, and then it's a young lady that you taking off the planet of the Earth, right? And then, like, what did you hate your? I mean, like, I got questions. I'm like, what
let's pull
factors?
back another layer.
Yeah, like what
Yeah.
factors contribute to you being that mad that early in the
In the
morning?
morning at that.
You
yeah.
woke up first of all.
Yeah.
So you beat the ones that didn't, right?
Right.
And like, what did she do? Did she flip you off? Did she toss back a milkshake on your windshield? I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah.
like what would make somebody want to end a life over a traffic mishap.
Right. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm like, pull back a layer, like you said. It's like, what's going on internally with him? What emotions has he not dealt with?
Yeah.
We don't know. You know, we're not going to editorialize anything. We don't know what's going on, the actual facts of what's happening in his life.
Right.
If he has some mental situation going on, we really don't know, right? But let's just, for the sake of conversation, say that, you know, everybody deals with anxiety. Everybody deals, most people, not everybody, but most people deal with that in today's society. So let's say he was just a regular person. Whatever it was, nothing. A milkshake being thrown on his car, flipping you off, saying words, none of that equates on the justice scale
Right.
of taking a life, right?
Right.
Especially if it's road rage and you don't even know the person.
Right.
Like, you don't even know this person.
Right.
This person has no effect on your life.
Right.
You know, and so now that's where we talk about the techniques coming into play. That's what we talk about,
Okay.
you know, take a second, cool off. What kind of techniques, and there's one technique we didn't talk about that we talked about last week.
Okay.
You know, we talked about the different warning signs, behavior, cognitive, emotional, physical. We talked about all that stuff,
yeah,
right?
very enlightening.
Very much so. So feeling his breathing, right? Feeling himself getting hot or tingling. I'm sure he had those warning signs, but he didn't recognize them, of course.
But
or
like-
he recognized it and he just paid no attention to it.
I think, I think the title of the segment is perfect because that's in the heat of the moment.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
right.
this is not premeditated.
Right.
This isn't something you seeing coming, like building from somebody, like maybe verbally disrespecting you.
Right.
This is just like,
Right.
it had to be like something happened right there. I done went red.
Right.
Nothing else matters.
Right. And I'll say this though, it's almost like training to be an athlete. So the reason why the professional athletes make those split second plays
Yeah.
is because really they practice it over and over, thousands of times to
Right.
where eventually that split second, the instinct, it turns from being a second hand movement to just instinct, right?
Right.
And so that's where it talks about working on these triggers, working
Yeah.
on these warning signs, role playing them, you know, even if it's just once a week, saying, okay, or just telling yourself, if I get mad today, I will defeat public enemy number one.
Right.
I will notice when I'm getting hot. I'll walk away. I'll slow down. If I know, this could not have been his first time getting mad at somebody.
Nah.
If he's shooting at somebody, you know, in traffic,
Yeah.
it has been building to this point with thousands of other people that he doesn't even know. And he's not the only one.
Right.
It's a whole bunch of people. I can remember even, you know, and I'm going to say it, my dad. My dad is one of the best men I know.
Yeah.
But my dad, when I was young, somebody flipped him off, no matter what race, what color. He wasn't trying to take my life,
Right.
But he trying to get at you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and since then he's calmed down and said, man, that was kind of crazy. But he was younger, things like that. But
yeah.
it's a lot of males and females that get into road
Oh,
rage fights
females
all
for
the
sure. I know females have road rage.
Yeah.
Lord,
Yeah,
they be trying to run down people, and I mean, females definitely have some interesting driving habits.
They do.
But okay, so what you said kind of brought something to mind. Do you think that since it's in the heat of the moment, is like anger management a proactive everyday practice? Like when you wake up in the morning, you have to mentally prepare yourself for anything that may arise.
Yes. Here we go. Yes, unequivocally, every single day. Now, I'm not saying get in front of a mirror and act out what will happen if you're mad, but there are certain proven techniques, meditation,
Right.
every morning.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer.
I try meditation. I fall asleep.
Well, I did when I first started. You can't do it as soon as you wake up.
Gotcha.
It needs to be maybe about 20 to 30 minutes after you wake up.
Okay.
But in that, when we first wake up, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get back to the point. When we first wake up, we have about 90 minutes, give or take, to where our body is still producing what's called alpha waves. Okay. And then we have beta waves. Beta waves are the waves we use during normal daily function. Deals with the prefrontal cortex of our brain to be able to use logic.
Okay.
But alpha waves are the waves that we use during sleep. So it's in charge of our imagination, envisionment,
Okay.
manifestation, or whatnot. And so it's the perfect blend. That's why you have to become the master of your morning. So if you do it when you just wake up, it's too many alpha waves, you're gonna fall back to sleep. So it needs to be maybe, I would say 15, 20 minutes after you wake up. And then when you do that, it's the perfect blend. And now you can, do all those things that you do, meditate without falling asleep. What I like to do is I listen to my breathing or whatnot. So I have a breathing cadence, and that's in the book too. Polygamy #1, you need to get it so you can learn the breathing cadence. But you breathe or whatnot, and you just focus on your breathing. Every time your mind wanders, or even if you fall asleep and you wake back up, that's perfect. Just go right back to your breathing.
Okay.
And eventually, the part of our brain, the amygdala or whatnot, that's in control with our overall like fight or flight mechanism or whatnot, it actually starts to shrink. So with this guy, he had probably, if they go back and do an autopsy on it, he probably had a enlarged amygdala, meaning that whenever something happened, it triggered him more than it may trigger other people's. And he may not have physically or physiologically been able to control that emotion. So meditation is one proven way, like scientifically proven way to be able to do that. And it's a laundry list of other things that you can do as well, which we'll leave down in the description.
But then, no, hold on now. You can't. I have questions.
Go ahead.
So you're saying that you could be genetically predisposed to getting angrier than most people?
Yes, you can. Some people are born. That's why the people who are just born cool, calm, and collective, and you wonder like, man, they never get mad over anything, and they're not trying because they have a smaller amygdala than others. Now you can shrink your amygdala by doing some of these things. Another way to shrink it, cold plunge, like taking cold showers.
Okay.
That's why some of your, it's a thing, but some of your most wealthy people, they talk about it, they take a cold bath, maybe 3 to 4 times a week, and or cold shower when they wake up in the morning, because it helps your sympathetic nervous system. And I'm sure his nervous system was all out of whack.
Right.
Very. I don't want to just speculate, but I'm just saying from the trace of what we see and what I'm hearing from this.
That's early.
That's early in the morning. You should be calm but you shouldn't. Things within the day hit you or whatnot, throw you off your rocker.
Right.
Yeah, to me this would be. It's never understandable. Let me get that straight. Heart goes out to the family of the Davis family who lost their family member. Heart, even goes out to the family of the shooter, or whatnot, because both those people, those families are changed forever. But it would not be more justified, but it would be more understandable, or I could fathom it more happening in rush hour traffic going home.
Right.
Not in the morning.
That's what I mean, because even if you had an argument the night before, I don't know. Like I definitely don't want to speculate. I'm just as baffled, I think, as anyone else. But I mean, I think once again, heat on the street is the perfect name for what we're talking about right now, because like I'm thinking about like what I can do to mentally prepare myself for the day for like moments like that. It might not even come in the form of somebody cutting it off, but it might come in the form of like disrespect. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not somebody familiar to you,
A slick
but a
comment or
total
something, yeah.
stranger. Like I think that's something now on my brain, because now I'm like, okay, I need to probably prepare myself for a reaction like that. Because I think it gets kind of one side. They tell you prepare yourself for being, let's say a black man, right?
Right, correct.
But this right here, it has no race agenda attached to
Correct,
it. It's just
correct.
like prepare yourself for whatever may come throughout the day that may throw you off or anger you or something like that, just to stop things like this from happening.
Correct.
Man.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all haven't seen it, go to our TikTok page and our Instagram page. We prefer TikTok. That's where everybody's on. But go check out our street confessions and the one with Tyler. Okay, he talks about this same exact thing we're talking about, and it's so funny that and ironic how the universe presented this. Like literally right a week before it happened, he talked about how he gets mad in traffic. First of all, he said the traffic in Baton Rouge sucks.
Yeah.
Why are you mad? I'm mad because the traffic in Baton Rouge sucks. All right,
Understandable.
I'm mad because every time I'm riding around, I'm hitting potholes.
Oh, yeah.
and the
Messing
city
the
not
whole
doing.
day.
But messing the
Yeah.
whole day and your rim.
Yeah.
And with that, So he talks about that, and he's like, or somebody cuts me off in traffic, and that's where the conversation started to turn. And then he said, I said, well, what do you do to kind of combat that emotion? He said, well, the only thing that gets me through it is understanding that I don't know the situation of the person who's driving.
Yeah.
They might be trying to get to a family
Right.
member who's hurting,
Right.
get to the hospital. They may have somebody that just passed away.
Yeah.
They may have a kid that did something at school. They're trying to hurry up and get there.
Yeah.
We don't know the other person's situation. And therefore, we have to have some form of empathy, because he remembers, he said, well, I remember, times where I cut somebody off because I'm desperately trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
He said, if we think like that, then we'll understand this person doesn't know me from jump.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even know me. So how can they be trying to make me upset?
Yeah.
And I thought that was a phenomenal answer to
Yeah.
kind of that.
It is.
And what if this guy who shot Miss Latavia Davis, what if he would have seen that clip?
True.
That's what immediately went to my mind.
Yeah.
What if he would have went online and saw the Why You Mad Foundation on TikTok
Right.
and saw that clip? That could have saved his life.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, sometimes people don't think that they could ever end up in these situations.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
He may not in his wildest dreams imagine that he would get so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
true.
I'm thinking about, now being more proactive about just preparing for the day, because you don't see the disrespect coming. You don't see things like this happening. And I'm sure this guy didn't wake up. And I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say I'm sure, but I would like to think that he didn't wake up being like, if somebody cut me off in traffic today, it's on and popping.
Right.
Yeah.
It had to be something else to where he was like, I'm tired, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you come this way, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you get a camera, say hi, man. How you doing?
So let me ask you this. Do you think that's something that should be perhaps discussed or at least alluded to in driver's ed? Because you gotta think about it, Cause
And my son is going to driver's ed start
So
in,
is my
in,
daughters.
in 3 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. I think so, man.
or at least as parents or some
Something, yeah.
kind of way, these kids need to understand, like, you might be faced with somebody cutting you off, or you might cut somebody off. How do you handle a road rage incident or potential road rage incident? That's just something.
That's a good point. We need to table that and come back to that.
Yeah.
The answer to my question is yes,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Anybody that owns a teen driving academy,
Yeah.
I think we need to hook up. Talking to you, we need to hook up.
Yeah.
Because that's something that's big.
Yeah, because I talk
Yeah.
to my daughter all the time. She's like, when you gonna let me drive? I'm like, you're not ready to drive. And the reason I say that, because we used to drive, we got our learner's permit 14, 15.
Yeah.
But people always talk about the smartphones and all that, which are, people texting, people doing the most while they're driving. But I don't think I've ever been like, well, I always tell her, look, you got to drive for other people. But I don't think I've ever been like, you have to be prepared for road rage as well.
Correct.
So that just,
Yeah.
it just might be
and,
something.
and tell them, like, I'm going to tell my son tonight, look, when you're starting to drive, don't even look at the person. Somebody's mad at you, don't even look at them.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. Don't
Yeah.
give them any ammunition for anything.
People will run you down.
Yeah, because they will.
They-
Say you look at them one kind of crazy way, they think something. Now they're going off track. They
Yeah.
following you home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't even worry about it. And y'all, it's not worth it.
It's not
It's
worth
not
it.
worth
Not
it.
worth
Okay. So, as we finish up this segment, heat on the street. It's hot right now, literally on the street.
Yeah.
Right? It's hot. You see, I'm wiping myself down. Richard over here, cool, calm, collected. I'm hot. But listen, it's not worth it. Okay? So the next time you're on the street or whatnot, let's learn this lesson from them. Take a second, calm down, figure out your triggers, how you feeling, notice these triggers, and then and we'll, of course, at the bottom description we'll list those. But look at yourself, take a deep breath, assess the situation, and then make an informed decision. Don't make a decision in 5 seconds that can ruin the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, we might definitely have to do some role playing. I would love a demonstration on breathing exercises.
Okay.
You can tell people stuff, but it's
Yeah.
always good. At least for me, I'm more of a swimmer. Like, let me hands on.
Hands on, right.
I would love to perhaps participate in one of those breathing exercises just so I can better equip myself and maybe pass forward that information to somebody.
Okay, absolutely. Cool. All right, so our next segment I'm really excited about because it's a perfect segue, okay? It's called, So What Do We Actually Do?
Okay.
So what do we actually do, right? So we talk about some of the things that's happened, and then now it's like, what do we actually do? Let's put these things, these practices into place, right?
Okay.
All right, so in my book, Public Enemy Number One, make sure you go get it. It's out on Amazon right now. In the book, of course, I tell my life story, tell other anecdotes and stories about anger and how people overcame it and things like that. But at the end of it, we give weapons, 12 weapons as to how you could defeat Public Enemy Number One or whatnot. So I think the weapon that needs to be discussed today is call a timeout.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So think about it. When a team, a football team, baseball team, basketball team is getting upset that things are not going their way,
yeah.
what do?
Call the time out. Stop the. Okay.
Stop the momentum of whatever bad's happening,
Yeah,
right?
heck yeah.
And the situation may turn out in their favor, it may not, but at least they don't lose full control of the game. Right? To where it's something they can't come back from. So I took that and I, basically brought it over to the book.
It's a good analogy.
And so that's weapon number 3. If you buy the book, weapon number 3 in part 2 of the book, your weapons to defeat Public Enemy Number One. So in the timeout, you have to have a plan. You just don't call timeout.
Right.
And we're all just sitting here looking at each other. It's
Right.
you need to talk about what? The play, the
Yeah.
scheme,
Yeah.
formation,
Yeah.
what we're
Improvements.
doing. Improvements.
Yeah.
Things like that, right? So it's 5 things that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Or not 5 things, but it's several things you could put in your timeout. And I'm going to just see if you, because we know this stuff already, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying a few, and then you come up with a couple others, which we'll see if
Okay,
this
let's do it.
lines up to what I'm saying. So walk away,
Okay.
create space.
Okay.
What's something else that you can have in your timeout plan, you think?
Breathe.
There you go, breathe. What else?
Something to change the vibration. I like music.
There you go, right
yeah,
there. Okay,
yeah.
something dealing with the arts normally.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, listen to music, going to read your book.
Yeah.
Something like that. Taking a walk. I don't know if we
yeah.
said it already.
Reels.
Huh?
Like them funny reels.
Yeah.
Oh man, that ain't changed the whole day, man. I mean, my brother sent me reels all day, and it just laughter. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Yeah.
Only thing with that, just make sure you don't turn on TikTok and somebody whooping somebody.
True there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
There goes the algorithm.
There it goes right there. It's over with. It's
So
over with.
that means you might have to control what you consume.
Soon, right?
Because it has an impact on how you
Yes.
react.
Yeah.
Okay. Heck
The biggest one is though also having a coach, right? So having a coach. So having someone you could call in that moment.
Yeah.
It might be your mom, might be your dad, it might be your best friend, might be your brother, might be your cousin, somebody who you know is going to answer the phone for you. And we're not talking about like an emotional dump, because I know I've had friends that have been emotional dumps on me, and I let them vent or whatnot, but it's only so much that you can take from that because you don't want them to drain your energy as well.
Right.
So we're not talking about emotional dump, and I've also emotionally dumped on other people as well.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad somebody brought that back to my attention or whatnot, so I can be mindful. It's okay too, but it works both ways, right? You have to let the other person be able to vent to you as well.
Right.
So, but we ain't talking about emotional dump. We have to say specifically, yo, cuz, hey man, need you to talk me down off the ledge, man. I'm upset. I'm getting ready to do something, and the other person sometimes just need to let you talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then eventually you calm down. Now they say we don't have to take like a 30-second timeout.
Right.
Guess how many seconds they say really all you need to do to take your time out to realize which one of the timeout strategies you need scientifically.
Or maybe count down from 10 or something.
Almost lower.
What, 5?
Five,
Okay, okay,
five,
okay.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. So
So like 5,
Four,
4, 3, 2,
two, 1.
1. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all you need for your brain, the blood in your brain, to be able to be relocated.
Now, is that like mad or is that mad or mad? You know, mad? Does mad need 15 seconds or is it all 5
I'm
seconds?
sure it's relative to whatever
Gotcha,
human being. You know,
gotcha.
we all are different. But on average, they say it's about 5 seconds.
I can see
So 5 seconds or the next 5 years of your life being ruined. 5 second timeout or the next 50 years of your life being ruined.
Yeah.
So it's like give or take, or it might be 10 seconds
Yeah.
or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think we start in baby steps. So
Yeah.
if you could take 5 seconds, then eventually you'll learn that maybe you need to take even more.
Gotcha.
And it's very easy to remember. So in the 5 seconds, we have 5 things. First, the first second. So when we count down, I love how you just did it, right? Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So 5 is stop.
Right.
Okay. 4, what's your favorite? What's been your thing of the day?
What you mean?
What's been your tool of the day that you want to learn more of?
Oh, the breathing.
Breathing. Yep.
Yeah.
So 4 is breathing. 3, relax.
Yeah.
Right. Just relax.
Yeah.
2 is to think, because now you could think, and then 1 is choose.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What do
Right.
you mean by choose?
So choose means now you're at a point in time where you could choose to make make the decision
Gotcha.
that's in your best interest.
You're more rational now.
You're more. That's
Gotcha.
it right there.
Gotcha. I like the way you're breaking it down, man, because it's not hard to digest. And I'm getting it. I'm learning a lot, like with these podcasts, man. So yeah,
That's dope.
okay,
That's
okay.
dope. That's dope. So what if old boy, you know, the guy who did the road rage incident, who shot? What if he just had 5 seconds? You know, what if he? So I want you to count down, and I'm gonna say count down for 5, and then I'm going to say the technique.
Okay, 5,
Stop,
4,
breathe,
3,
relax,
2,
think,
1.
choose.
Yeah, because I mean, I know there was a gap between whatever happened and the reaction, right? Then the time to get to, I mean, I'm sure he might have had to speed up, catch her. I don't know, like the details, but there might have been 5 seconds in there that could have changed everything.
Absolutely.
Man.
And I even as a teacher, and look, no judgment zone, man. High school, we all went to the same high school. We got in fights, bro.
Oh yeah.
We got in fights, and I one of my best friends, I've gotten several fights with him, and we best friends to this day. But in each of the fights I've had when I was in school, you know, middle school and high school, mostly middle school, when my fights normally happen. We all know it's a moment where you like, here we go,
Yeah.
and that moment in our minds is quick, but in real time it's actually longer than what we think.
Okay.
You know, and in that moment where you're like, man, here we go. That's the fight or flight moment.
Right.
That's when this timeout needs to occur.
Right.
You need to be able to breathe, think, or whatnot. You know, stop, breathe, relax. You know, be able to think and then choose the correct situation. So it happens in every situation.
Right.
You know, situation where I've had arguments with, you know, with loved ones and whatnot. It's a point where you're like, man, I really don't want to argue, but I want to win.
Right.
And then you go back and you're like, man, I don't. And then you go back, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the time period we're talking about. This is where you stop, breathe, and now I don't want to say I'm a guru at it, but I am mastering this and making such better decisions than I used to make in the past.
But this is life changing. I mean, on all sides, not just road rage, but I'm thinking if I just took 5 seconds with my daughter sometimes, or my old lady, you know what I mean? Because you always got to double back and apologize.
Yeah.
I'm in the car like, man, I could have said that differently.
Yeah.
And now I'm on it. I got to call and make it right.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, man, I'm glad this is therapeutic for me, y'all, because I'm not a finished product. So y'all catching real time revelations right now, and real time like therapy, too.
Right.
Yeah, now that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying. Hopefully y'all are enjoying out there. I know y'all are, man. Right now, smash that like button,
Yeah,
subscribe.
subscribe.
You know, if you're seeing this on
Hype
TikTok,
it
some of the some of the clips or whatnot,
Yeah.
share it, do all that stuff, man. Because this word is going to get out one way or another, and we could definitely use your help in that.
So I got questions.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Hit me with the question. Yeah.
So when you bring up high school and fight now, there is that peer pressure. Everybody looking. Jeff or Rich somebody just done shoved Jeff or Rich like the circle forming.
Form a circle. Yeah,
Fight, eyes are on you like like hot does like is that's a critical junction too, man. I think that's that here you go moment. Even if you like, and then you. So I'm saying all that to say like. That kind of culture is celebrated as well.
It is celebrated.
Facts. Fight culture.
Oh yeah.
I think that's tied to masculinity in terms of like defending, whether it's your loved one or like,
tribe,
like
it is a historic element to that.
Yeah.
I mean, now you even got me thinking about like Black Panther, when he fought when Killmonger, on the side of the cliff,
That's an interesting
and it was a circle that was formed. So it's kind of in our tradition, but I think back then the stakes were a little higher. They weren't just doing it just because like I stepped on your shoe or your girlfriend. It was a little bit. It was a territorial governmental like thing, right? It wasn't just trivial.
So the worth was high. Well, the stakes were higher than just.
I don't like you. You're ugly. Like, I'm messing with your girlfriend.
Like we're fighting for territory, maybe, or like heritage. I don't know. Like we're fighting for like maybe ownership or something versus just I'm mad you cut me off.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
I gotta end your life.
Right.
That's
a good question,
man. But that was a great answer. Like,
but I'm gonna say this though. We went over this week. Shout out to Louisiana Academy for Production. Shout out to y'all. Love my students. Love the staff. Principal Hendricks, Miss Fallon, Ward, all y'all up there. All my teacher friends. Board member Courtney Pendleton. Big ups. Love y'all. And so this week we were doing some things with Why You Mad during the advisory period.
Okay.
And one of the big lessons was who you got to prove yourself to.
Right.
If you really think hard, and you don't have to prove yourself, and we were talking about the death of the ego, which is going to be another episode. If you don't have an ego, or you quiet your ego, because we'll always have an ego, but if we put the ego behind us, it's like, who are we proving ourselves to?
Yeah.
And it was one instance where one of the kids, he did a phenomenal job at school. He was, a fight could have happened, and it did not, because he had a calm head, and that's one thing that we definitely preach at our school about being emotionally in control, because we teach about film.
Yeah.
And in the film industry, behind the scenes, it goes down. Director be mad at everybody. You got deadlines. A lot of emotion happening, and we're teaching those kids about, below the line positions. Filming, lighting, makeup, all those positions for a film that are in many cases just as important as the actors themselves.
Yeah.
And so they have to learn that emotional control. So we're at the forefront of teaching that, and this kid did a phenomenal job. The kid just walked away like, man, you're not even worth it, and left the other
difference.
And made the other kid kind of feel kind of crazy right now.
What we doing?
Yeah, what we doing?
Why are we not getting on these, getting on these ladies out here, or getting, I don't know. I never get it.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in jail around a whole bunch of guys. I mean, I never understand it. But that's definitely something to consider. You know what I mean? Out here smelling this good air versus being cooped up in a penitentiary or prison because you wanted to prove yourself to somebody.
Correct.
You're gonna be forgotten about outside of maybe family or whatnot.
Right.
People are gonna go on with their lives, and you're gonna be stuck with a choice to impress people that ultimately,
don't have any impact on your life.
I mean, all this short form content anyway, attention span, not even, man, that stuff gonna blow over. The next thing gonna pop off, and you done all that.
What happened, man? What?
I did all that trying to get my little fame, and they done moved on.
Now I'm more upset. Now I'm more mad. I did that for a reason. Y'all need to remember. Y'all remember what happened last week?
You know what I'm saying? Chris
Nobody
Brown
worry
gonna do
about that.
something at the concert or something, and now the store done changed.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't,
Yeah.
like, you, good, great job.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to do the scenario with you, okay? So we got 5, so we're gonna learn this together or whatnot.
Okay, let's do
All
it.
right, so we'll say five. When I say 5, you say stop. 5,
Stop.
4,
Breathe.
3, relax.
Relax.
2,
Now this is a memory test. Now,
Think.
think, and then
and
choose. I know
and,
one
and
and
choose.
choose.
Okay,
All
good,
right,
good. So, somebody sends you your loved one sends you a text that makes you furious.
Right.
All right. With the 5 seconds,
I'm definitely stopping.
I want you just to, huh? You said
I'm stopping. Yeah, I'm gonna stop inside.
you can stop aside. Okay. So I want you just to take 5 seconds, and since you talked about breathing,
Okay.
take 5 seconds. Think about those 5 steps in your head. Count down.
Right.
Say those steps in your head, and then when it comes to choose, make that decision. All right. Ready? Go.
I'm stopping.
All right. Close your eyes. Like think. Like breathe.
Breathing. I'm relaxing.
Mhm.
I'm
Thinking.
thinking, and then I'm choosing not to go ham because I could.
You could. Yeah.
But I,
yeah. Like that. Yeah.
I deleted
Yeah.
it all, and then
Right.
maybe I'll call, get some clarity.
That part. Clarity.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some clarity on what was text because context is important as well.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate about text messages too. I like it because of the quickness that but you can't really feel the human emotion
Right.
in a text. So you don't know if the person was mad, not mad, whatever. You have to decode, find out what's going on.
See,
So-
but we battling society on multiple fronts. When you be getting the hamster wheel rolling, Jeff, because it's like. But when you think about that, that's literally what they're pushing society to become. Like super convenient, everything's
Right.
super fast,
True that.
done for you.
Yeah.
All that, like I say, short form content, low attention span.
Right.
So it's ultimately fostering this environment that's that's just gonna be volatile if you're not equipped with what we talking about.
Right.
Like you kind of setting up people for failure. Bad economy, high grocery, gas prices. Like it's all this stuff. Yet nobody is talking about how to like process and work through frustrations, anger, and man, this is
Correct.
Absolutely. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good. So I'm glad. So this could hopefully this is and we know it's helping somebody out there.
Yeah.
So again, if you're getting something out of it. So subscribe, all that good stuff. So other scenarios you can use this in when you're publicly disrespected. Okay.
Ooh.
When you even with family members. I told you about the incident with my family. People you would never think you'd get in a fight with
Right.
or whatnot.
Right.
Especially as adults, a physical fight. So fighting online.
Yeah.
Online. So all those things, you can use it for pretty much anything. We talked about road rage. So let's use this. Somebody drives, they cut you off, they blow their horn. Somebody actually did that on the way over here. It was an older guy, and he blew his horn at me, and he kind of rolled by. He was on my tail. So I just got over and let him go because he was on my head. I thought he needed to let go.
Yeah.
He looked on the side of me. And then he just kept on driving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna give him any time or attention because the things we give attention to. What's up, Derek? How you doing? Good to see you. So the things we give attention to, they actually end up manifesting themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna give any attention to it. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and put that light out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it, man. So again, it's always something that you could do next.
Right.
And so hopefully that is not hopefully that is the remedy to the heat on the streets topic from earlier.
Right.
What we could do to stop
Right.
road rage,
Proactivity for sure.
proactivity.
Yeah, just preparing for the day, and then just not knowing what people may have gone through,
Right.
and then stopping, breathing, relaxing, thinking, and choosing. I'm good, man. Look, it's I'm in here. Yeah. Like I promise. I had to call my 8-year-old, and that's why I'm like I had to call her because she doesn't like school, and I'm like, man, I get it, but it's like, I try, I'll try a couple times to reason, and I know as a kid, and I try to reason. And when it doesn't, sometimes I find myself, I'll fly out the handle. I might say something in a way that I don't want to say it. And now, you know, I feel like I know what to do now, because there is a moment to where it's like, do I go Super Saiyan? Do I go hype mode? Or do I like just walk away chill? There are like times to where you can, like,
Right.
time slows down and it's like,
Yes.
ew.
Time collapses.
And
Yeah.
it's like, man, what do I do? And I had to double back and just be like, look, I know you don't like school, but the best way to get out of school, the fastest, is to be extremely good at it. Like, to have stellar grades, you can get out of school
Faster.
early. Because if
Especially in today's the way they have it set up today.
yeah,
You
so
graduate a year early.
so it's like, and now, but after the time to relax and to think, and you know, all that, to process how I did everything, you know, it's like, man, I just wish I wish I could have reacted better sooner. And now I feel equipped to do that, because I'm telling her, like, look, go to school, be the best you could be, make awesome grades. You probably won't even have to do 12th grade, or you might only have 1 or 2 classes, right?
Yeah.
But if we don't take you to school, there's something called truancy, love.
Yes.
And we will go to jail,
yes.
if you do not go to school. So
Correct,
they're
yeah.
not frustrated, because not everybody likes school. I don't think I really just love school, but it's like it's a necessary, it's a must.
Now we had fun at school.
We did.
Oh, we had fun at school.
We did.
Ooh, high school. I can't say that about a lot of high schools.
Oh yeah.
Southern University Laboratory School, we had fun.
We ate
Now-
good too.
Huh?
We ate good.
Oh, we
too.
ate real good. Shout out to
Chicken
Miss
name
Nixon.
is Nixon.
Miss Nixon, shout out.
What?
Woo!
What?
But I get what you're saying though. In classes, in the actual classes,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I didn't
Yeah.
necessarily like.
Yeah, like Miss
school.
Benign.
Oh my, don't bring her. Oh my God,
Lord.
Jeffrey Chaucer. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
I get you. I feel you. So how you think that's going over now with your daughter?
Well, it's better now, because you know, I just think it comes with repetition, right? And everybody's different. So that's why I ask you these side questions, because it's like, well, there's levels to that, but you're equipping us with, I love it, because you're actually equipping us with something, you know what I mean, versus just going out into the world and just taking on everything as it comes. Now I feel equipped, but since I called her, I feel like me breaking it down that way, she understood. She's like, "Oh, you all can go to jail." I was like, "Yes." I say, so I'm not trying to just
That put
force
the ball
things
back in
on
her
you.
court, like, wow.
Yeah,
oh.
like,
she may not have known that. So knowledge is
Yeah.
power. Yeah.
And look, if you finish school, you do really well and finish school fast, no more school. Like, you can go to college if you want to.
Right.
You know, then she started asking about college and all that. So everything changed
Yes.
when my approach changed. But I was wrong, because I just didn't try enough things to. Well, I don't know, because it's
You
been
wish you could have
thing.
had this technique earlier.
Yeah,
Right.
because I mean, if you're aware, if you care, you might go through it, you might cycle through it. You may,
Right.
if you're rational enough to think about that, because we're talking about rational responses.
Right,
But in
correct.
the heat of the moment, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's the thing, to be rational in the heat of the moment. Like, can you even think about these techniques in the heat of the moment?
Correct.
But at least I'm equipped though.
Right. That's
So
the
in
main
case
thing.
I don't know.
Right. That's the main thing. And next time you'll be ready for it. So our final segment we're gonna talk about, Rich. Anger always sends a bill. All right.
Tuition is expensive.
Yes, it is. So anger always sends a bill. Now that bill might come in the form of money. It might come in like losing money.
Yeah.
The bill might come in the form of losing a job.
Yeah.
You losing your freedom, your reputation. Sometimes it's a relationship.
Yeah, burn bridges.
Yeah, sometimes it's 5 years without speaking to somebody.
Yeah.
Talked about that.
Yeah, heck
Or
yeah.
me and you both. Sometimes it's with your children. Sometimes it's your peace. And sometimes the bill cannot be paid back.
Yeah.
So the bill is going to come in the mail.
Yeah.
And we just saw that bill with what we talked about earlier with that situation,
Oh, yeah.
road rage situation. So to all, everybody out there, to all our Why You Mad activists, everybody that's watching, just remember, it's always a cost for your anger.
Yeah.
And let's learn from the situation that happened this past weekend. Let's not let their lives be in vain, because we can learn from both people or whatnot. And we do not want to paint the picture like the guy's a bad person. Anger and public enemy number one is hideous, and we continue to talk about it. I believe it is the number one enemy of our current society worldwide.
Yeah.
It is simply anger.
Yeah.
And it will make the best of us. It will bring the best of us down to our knees.
Yeah, I agree.
And so, heart goes out to that whole situation, everybody involved. But yeah, it definitely sends the bill. So, what bills have you paid, with anger?
Shoot, all that. Shoot, my daughter not talking to me right now. Just one of them. Like I'm telling you, I got stories. I'm the
Paying for
bad
that.
guy. Lord, Little Raising Cane's probably could solve that, but I will not negotiate with
there
terrorists.
you go. Put the foot down.
I'm telling you, but yeah, bro, just lost time. I think a lot of it, the bill is lost time, whether it's prison time or just not speaking to somebody, just time. And I think people take time for granted.
Yeah.
They feel like they got time to make things right, and the world's so crazy, and you just never know when it's your time to go, and you just don't want to pay that bill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anything else, I feel you can work through with active intentionality, like we talked
There you
about.
go.
But man, I paid a lot of bills, bro. Silent treatment.
Yeah.
Destruction of property.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I used to punch holes in walls. It's just a lot of bills have been paid. At the Anger restaurant.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Anger restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. I would say with me, a marriage.
Yeah.
I would say a marriage. I would say time with my kids
Yeah.
based on the marriage. Not working after 14 years.
Yeah.
Of course, we talked about it. I lost my job. It was a hard road back. And so lost time,
Yeah.
lost respect,
Yeah.
had to build it back up. But the number one thing as we end and close is that it's a beautiful thing when you do build it back and you're equipped
Yes.
to be able to
Yes.
move forward, because then you have a story to tell.
Yeah.
And then you can testify.
Yeah.
So that's the beautiful thing. Just know, y'all, as we end up for the night, guys, it's never over. It's never over.
Never.
You as long as you have breath in your body, you apply the techniques that we're discussing, and your life will be better as well. So with that being said, Rich, you got anything else?
Stop, breathe, relax, think, choose. Look, I'm
5 seconds. Throw them
Yeah.
fives up.
Yeah.
Throw them fives up. Throw them fives up.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's been a pleasure, man. So remember, you have just watched the Why You Mad podcast, where we turn anger into ambition, one person at a time. Peace.
Why you mad? Why you mad? Why you mad?